Earworms of doom. I'll make a man out of food. That's what mothers sing before they have sons. Pato Parish? What's Pato Parish? I feel like I should know. The message has been retracted. Lisa has no longer wish for anybody to read this message. Shut. Anyway, hi everybody. How are you doing? Tasmania. I'm very excited. Let's just play with this lighting here. We're just going to increase the proximity to my shiny forehead. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. That's nice. I have this cardboard tube, very useful. I don't know if it works. Hi. Can you see? Wait, I gotta watch that replay. Oh, no, you can't see my head at all. Oh, I was hoping it looked like James Bond. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, welcome everybody. Today we'll be drawing things, and there was a little bit of drama this morning, so I haven't prepared at all. I mean, it may look like I don't ever prepare, and that might be true. But I have 2 bottles of water, so I'm happy with that. Let's make sure that I turn my camera on. I did. Whoopsie dear. Drama? Never. Dun dun dun. Tasmania. Was it fun? I love Tasmania. I went to Tasmania and I drew lots of mushrooms, which was weird because there weren't any mushrooms in Tasmania. But while I was in Tasmania, I came up with this character. Let me just accidentally draw a giant moustache on myself. His name is Gerald, and he, if I remember correctly, he looks like this. Now, I haven't drawn Gerald for quite some time now, but let's make him up here. He kind of looks like Hurry Up Franklin from those books about Franklin. I don't quite remember what Franklin really was from, but oh my gosh, okay, no pen pressure there. And he's a tortoise. Let's just bring him back here. He's got a neck, and he had these thingamajigs at the front. Oh, he had a tie. That's right, because my sister was very upset when I changed. Span, you should know Span, because shoopity loopity poopity poos is here. I mean, poolapoos. I changed the color of his thing from red to blue, but that's that's not the point. The point is, I've forgotten how to draw him, and he used to have this hat, a bowler hat, and he used to be very happy all the time because he was a Galapagos tortoise. They went, oh, somebody has entered the room, and they're being really sneaky about it.
Where am I?
There. Look at the chat's gone wild, Cass. They're so excited to see you. There's a delay, so no, but it's exciting. No, it's exciting. Everybody say hi, Cass. Grace says hi. Hal says hi.
Hi, Hal. Hi, Gracie.
Can you hear? That's Cassandra's voice. She's famous. Shoopupa Poolapoos says Cass with 5 or 6 exclamation marks and then hi. Lisa says howdy because she's from northern Texas, Etchewam. Ethan says hi. Hi, Ethan. Ethan XI. Lovely as always, Cassandra. It's true. And Marani Lancaster says hi, Cass.
And then I say get back to work.
Bye-bye, Grace. I got to get back to work now. So, yeah, work. Who would call this work? Anyway, he has these cool shell bits at the back, and I'll just quickly sketch him up there so we can move right along. And he can be holding myself. The thing about Galapagos tortoises is they have these fantastically large, wonderful arms with these weird claw things. You know, Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. That's who he's like. Or at least he's a little bit like that because he's a Galapagos tortoise. Excuse me, I just got the hiccups. I've been trying to eat enough protein because I do lots of exercise. And oh boy, if you've ever tried to eat 250 grams of protein, that's a lot of protein. His neck's a bit short in this photo, but there he is. There's Gerald. And there's a small dot. And on that dot, there stands a small little pear baby. And the pear baby has a flower sticking out of its head. Dun dun dun. Here we are. Lovely. He's just standing around, and he, incidentally, has very short legs. Ridiculous. It's a tiny pair. Bye-bye. Tintin? I like Tintin. Tintin's Belgish? Belgium? How do you... Someone's from Belgium. What do you call them? Belgish. Belgian. Belgian. Belgium. I get it. I can speak words. Okay, so we were drawing a little pair baby here, and I've been paying attention. Now remember a couple of weeks ago when we came up with the catchphrase, pay attention, don't get distracted. Well, that's gone out the window. Because I've forgotten what we were doing. Even though I didn't plan anything at all, I asked the AI overlords what to do, and they gave me a really long answer that I didn't read. So we won't be doing that. But this pear baby has the nice zigzag. There we go. Lovely. Fantastic. Wonderful. But we're going to play a game. I love games. We're going to zoom out from this pear baby. Goodbye, pear baby. Have fun. Oh, I should wave. Bye-bye, pear baby. See you next time. There's me. There's Gerald. We're having a great time. Games are fun. I like it. Whoop. Okay. Now, the game we're going to play is... Let me just quickly look up the game we're going to play here. It's called Shapeshifters. Transform basic shapes into fun characters like astronauts or explorers. What? Oh, I should never have included the silly internet, the AI overlords in my drawings. So, we're going to start with a triangle, and we're going to see what happens when we draw the triangle. It's a triangle. Now, what can I see in this triangle? It makes me think of Doritos, which makes me hungry, which makes me think about chicken legs, which is what I had for lunch. And that makes me think, I'm going to put legs on this, what is it? Triangle. I'm glad I remembered the triangle. Now we come across that problem once more, where Spongosaurus comes in handy. That's illegal. Now, the other thing that makes me think of legs is also noses, because feet are at the ends of legs, and sometimes feet are very smelly. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a foot right here. This is a terrible game, Simon. What were you thinking? And then the foot is coming out. Sometimes. I basically, while I'm drawing this, I'm going to tell you a wonderful story. I did a cartooning class at a place called Alive in the Park, but unfortunately we had left some tomato sauce out in the sun, and I may have eaten some of that tomato sauce. And you may have guessed what happened the night before I gave this class. The tomato sauce and a lot of other items that were inside my human body came out in a not so lovely manner. We'll just leave it there, but that's what happened. And this triangle has feet for arms. Okay, so we're going to play... I just worked out what kind of game we're going to play. We're going to play the circle game. Now, what I want you to do is grab the correct window so that I can see people chatting. Whoa! Nose. You knows what I'm talking about. Lisa, you're not here just for the giggles. You're here to learn some very important... drawing techniques that I accidentally closed down just now. Whoops. So we're going to play the circle game, and we're going to use an infinite number of circles, because drawing circles is easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle, then we're going to draw another circle, and then we're going to keep drawing circles until we've run out of circles. No, we're not. We're going to run out of words that out of my face now. So let's begin by drawing the most obvious circles. 2 eyeballs, and then 2 more circles. We can color them in, that's fine, and we can stretch the circles, and I did vomit, that's very true. I love how there's like a delay in the chat. So like, I talk about the insides of my body leaving my body, and then you then say vomit eventually, and then I get back to it, and it's like 20 minutes later, and we've all moved on. But that happens to me in like bursts of 10 to 15 seconds. Who wants a drink? I love water. Excuse me, I'm a little parched. 1 circle, 1 circle, 1 big circle. That's, no, more than that. So then we're going to do, okay, let's make up another rule. We can do half circles. How about that? But we can also stretch those half circles. So can we do this? Is that allowed? I think it is, because I'm making up the rules and you guys can't say anything because I'm living in the future. Ethan is drawing a pig! I don't know who Ethan is! Oh no, you mean this Ethan here. Well, I'm not drawing a pig. Maybe I am. I'm drawing a pig. I am now anyway. Problem is, pig's ears are pointy. So we're going to draw another circle for the head. And we're going to get rid of those nostrils because I changed my mind. And then we're going to draw 2 half circles for the eyebrows. The internet to find out information about what to do for this class and then come up with terrible answers and just make stuff up on the fly. Speaking of flies, this is supposed to be a fly. Why doesn't that look like a fly? Oh, because he's got compound eyes. I remember. There's a fly. So we're going to draw all the drawing on the flies. I am the boss. Am I the boss? I'm not the boss. I'm the steward. This is a rubber band that broke. As a steward of the Earth, you know, like Captain Planet, then another half circle here, and then another half circle here for ears, and then another circle here, half circle, sorry, for the mouth. And then if we just do lots of half circles on the hair, on the head, sorry, we can get some hair going. And then possibly a circle for this thing, collar. Captain Zeus. Captain Zeus? Oh, I remember Captain Zeus. He's the boss. It's true. Now, the arms, what if we do a really elongated circle and stop halfway? That's called a line, Simon. You're lying. Did I break? Damn right I did. Then another half circle, and a half circle, half circle, half circle. And then, if we start drawing a really long stretched circle, and then stop, there we stop there. It's not a line, it's a half circle. It's all maths, geometry, that kind of thing. You just need a protractor. Let's draw 2 more of them, and then a half circle, and then 3 more half circles. So many circles. It's a boy! There we go. And then... then a half circle, because he's a round boy, and I think just some legs. Wait, no, I've got a better idea. Let's give him chicken legs. Because he is actually a chicken. And there we have the circle. Anytime, Eva. I'm glad. It was a bit busy when I sent it with all of the other images because it was like this massive image with billions of pixels. And so I am. Oh, what song is he singing, Miranda? So that I chopped out Eva by herself and then sent it to you, which is you. Although you did say that you have... Did you say you had long blonde hair and not round, curly brown hair? Hercules. Is that the song they're singing? What? This just needs a tail. So let's do it again and see if we can draw a robot with... I just need to save this somewhere so that I don't lose it. Let's just save it in documents and call it Creative Shapes. Whoops. Creative Shapes class with the best people in the world and the best spelling. I'll be able to find that later. Oh, you do have curly hair. That's lovely. Okay, so over here, what we're going to do is we're not going to draw Cerberus because Cerberus is an evil Greek god with... No, a Greek animal, I think. Wasn't Cerberus the dog with 3 heads? The Fluffy from Harry Potter? Hagrid would love that. Yes, VEE is here from Chicago. Chicago... It's not Chicago... Chicago stop, is it? No, that's only when the engine breaks. Cigar stops. You should definitely not smoke cigars. They're bad for you. Now, squares. We're going to do squares with a robot. So I'm going to start with a square. Now, the rules here are we can draw squares, but we can also draw roundy squares with like squircles. Squircles? Squircles? Circles. Squares. Squirrels. Squirrels? We're going to draw squirrels. No, we're not going to do scrolls. So then we'll add some more squares. Now, and by squares, I mean like elongated squares. Every time I do these lives, it's just words that just come out of my face. But all the right words are stuck somewhere back here in my brain, and they just hang around. And that's all they do. We are among us. Chicago is a great place. I've never been there. Now, more squares. Just long, thin squares. You can make drawings of anything out of different shapes. Now, this is an interesting one. It's a square, but it's like bent. Look at that. Magic. The two antennae. Not antennas. Yeah, there are tests tomorrow, Lisa. That's right. The test will involve how to answer questions in a test and also how to pronounce the place in northern Canada called So we'll add more squares. You can add squares within squares within squares. Isn't that interesting? I just realized if you draw a square and then you just add lines to it, you can add more squares or rectangles. I'm just using squares as a way to say rectangular shapes. But if you do it with a circle, you can't add more circles on the inside of the circle by dissecting the circle, can you? No. Well, you can do this, I suppose. You can just draw it. And it's like eyeball. Look at that. That's a scary eyeball. Oh my god. Sometimes mistakes lead to interesting things. Other times, mistakes lead to terrifying, horrible things that you must delete immediately. And these are the great rules of life. Rectangles are squares, and squares aren't rectangles, or vice versa. Exactly. I can't remember either. So I think the idea is a square has the same size all the time, but a rectangular one has different sides all the time. But then you can have symmetrical lines. Actually, that's a fun game. I'm going to open up Photoshop. I don't know if you've ever heard of a program called Photoshop, because I want to see if we can do this same trick, but with some symmetrics. Because Abby had a brilliant idea. She didn't know she had a brilliant idea, or maybe she did. Or maybe I just thought that her idea was good, that she said symmetrical lines. And anyway, here's the robot, and then you can add like more squares just to keep going with the thing. You can have bent squares for arms. There we go. And I've said this before, you can make these cool little shapes to make it look like he's got robot snake army kind of things. Like so. It doesn't look very friendly, does he? Evil. Well, let's give him a bigger, hold on. My pen is too small. There we go. Let's make him friendly, because scary robots, I've had enough of that. In the job that I do, I've been trying to get the computer to teach me how to do my job, and that helps a lot, but it's also scarifying. So then another triangle square, never heard of them, have you? And then a circle square. This is really cool. It's like the Jetsons style. There he is. There's a robot. Isn't it glorious? Draw my shelf. I can draw my shelf. That's a great idea. Let's just quickly open up a version of this thing so that we can have a squiz. There we are. And now we'll make a new layer and call it layer 1. But then if you have a look at this fantastic program, you can see we can draw a shelf. This is such a bad joke, and you all saw it coming. But I'm gonna keep going, because I don't know how to draw a shelf, and it's so wobbly because I'm laughing at my own joke that I made, that everybody realized that I was going to draw a shelf and not myself, and that's terrible. I did draw myself anyway. Look, that's me. There, look at me. Aren't I amazing? Whoa, that's a big one. The Jetsons was so last year. Oh my God, Simon. So anyway, that's a drawing, a shelf portrait. Let's just write shelf portrait because that's really funny. We'll just increase the size of this. Ooh, not that large. Maybe pick a number between 1 and 1. Done. 12. It's a shelf pour trait. I remembered how to spell. Da, 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 da. That's amusing. No, but we have this fantastic tool in this thing here called vertical. And you can create symmetries. Now I'm just going to make a new layer because we've got to ruin that there. I'm going to save my other one because we can't do the symmetry thing in the other program. Oh, look, Hal. It's true. I'll show you my dilemma. This is my dilemma about my mustache. We're just going to have a bit of a diversion here. It's never happened before. So if you draw the shape of my head, like I like to draw cartoons, you know, just roughly this shape. Then you add in the eyeballs, like so-ish. Then you add in the, you know, what are those things called? Eyebrows. I was going to call them forehead moustaches. Just going to write that down. Forehead moustaches. And then you add some hair, and then eyeballs, and the little nose, and the ears, right? Then, how I usually draw it is you draw the beard across there like that. But, if you draw the moustache, then it ruins the picture, and it looks weird. See? But then if I give myself a nose, stay on track. It's true, Abby. Oh my God, you're right. But shush, don't tell anyone. Look, I had a nose. That's all right, but I look less friendly than this. See how much more friendly that is? Although my eye is ever so slightly large, which is concerning. Maybe I'll just fix the pupils. There we go. Haha, much better. I think that looks a lot worse. So we're going to stay on track because Abby had that great idea about the symmetricals. Now, what's really cool is if you don't have the symmetry turned on, we can turn it off. You draw, say, one half of your friend who has lots of spiky hair, and then also some ears and a jawline, and a neck and a shoulder and an arm. Right? You draw your friend like this all the time, right? Which is great, but if you turn the symmetry on, this magical program called Photoshop, which you may have heard them, you start and you draw your friend with, look at that, and it just does the other side for you. And then you draw the ear, and then you draw the jawline with the chin, and then you could even draw the eyes. Isn't that fun? It's kind of like drawing with a mirror. And then the nose, that looks a bit weird. And then a smiley face. And then the front teeth, because he's actually a bunny rabbit. I'm a bunny rabbit. And he's got eyebrows and maybe a fringe. Oh, he's really ugly. Let's try again. Let's draw curly hair, like Eva's hair. And then the side of the head. And then we'll make it a little bit more of like a cute Muppety character with cute eyes. Oh, that's better. And then a cute little nose. And then maybe a really happy mouth. Ah, that's nice. And then some teeth. Ooh, don't accidentally make too many teeth. There we are. Lovely. And now you can just add anything you want. And then it just does twice. It's like doing twice the drawing in half the time. Now, you may ask, what the heck is going on in the chat? It just went crazy. Oh, you got pet rabbits. I like rabbits. Photoshop. Yeah, that's right. That's how you pronounce it. It's very important. VEE is used Photoshop for years. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can do all kinds of things. I don't know if you have to turn this off, but I'm going to show you something else really, really cool. Symmetry was cheating and said it was using my resources. Symmetry isn't cheating. It's a tool. You just wait the next 5 years. We're going to have so much AI that, you know, you can just generate any kind of image that you want using the amazingness of the internet. And it's going to change the world, Steve. Who is Steve? Maybe this is Steve. Steve needs shoes. Wait! Quick! Autumn and Nigella. Hi, Autumn and Nigella. It's time for a drink. You got to say hi. Drated. Nah, artists aren't going to run out. We're just going to have more tools and be able to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Because we still need to be able to train the AIs for at least a while. And then when we stop training the AIs, it's going to change things lots. I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, look at this drawing. And then if you turn the symmetry off, you can go ahead and, like, you know, add some cool dots and things. And maybe have one of the eyes open like this. Like, da, da. And then have a giant pupil. Look at that. Oh, that looks a bit creepy. Let's just do that. There we go. That still looks a bit creepy. Anyway, it's cute. Maybe have half the eye closed a bit. Now it kind of looks drunk. Anyway, you get my point. It's amazing. But what's really cool is you can do this other cool thing with coolness, and it's very cool. Let's make a new layer. And you all kinds of symmetries here. Let's try the radial symmetry. Now, pick a number between 5 and 5. 5. Well done. So this is pentagonal symmetry. And we can do all kinds of things like this. Let's make it big screen. Can you still see that? If I do this, I don't know if it'll break my computer. Well done, Hal. Hal got it. The stream's bitrate has just crashed. It's still working though, I hope. Anyway, you can do this cool kind of thing. I don't know why it's grey. Why is it so grey? Steve, what did you do? Whoa, Simon! Why did you look at me like that? If I change, why is it grey? What the heck is going? There we go. Okay, so let's use a different color. Let's use green because green is the color of trees. And yeah, okay, so you can just draw in these different shapes here, and then it makes it amazing. See? F6, there we go. And if we choose a different color, we can, like, you know, add in. That's bad for my eyes. Let's change that. Look at that. And it just makes it symmetrical. And it's really fun to play with. I mean, I'm sorry you can't do it because it's my computer and I live in Yass, New South Wales, 2582 Australia. Some of you are in Chicago and some of you are in Chickasawam. But anyway, you can do this kind of cool, amazing stuff, and it's really, really cool. Let me show you the mandala effect. So now we'll pick a number between 3 and 10. Oh, I'm so sorry, Hal. I think if you have an iPad Pro, you could probably... 7 is good. I like 7. 7. So we're drawing a real mandala in real life. It's fun. But on Photoshop, it's like super fun because you can end up like, you know, we can zoom in and do it. You just keep it like that. Look at that. And my, ooh, getting some weird flashing. I think I'm stressing my computer a little bit too much. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it wonderful? And then you can have a pink bit in the middle here. La, la, la. And then some yellow bits. That's orange, actually. But, you know, isn't that cool? And then, you know, just random stuff as the computer crashes and you're not even touching the computer and it's still going because it's catching up. That's pretty fun, actually. Kind of looks like a starfish. Holy moly. That's cool. I like it. Let me just quickly check that everything's working. Lovely. Oh, that's cool. So you do have the radial thing. Yeah, I don't have an iPad at all. I think we had one a long, long, long time ago. I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. Creative Kids Class. Don't we need to put the number? The number for today is 20230318. Thank you for calling. Creative Kids Class. Cannot end with an empty space. Okay, save. How interesting. I wonder if we could draw a character like this. Let's try. If we just stop the computer from freaking out. Calm down, Steve. It's going to be all right. We'll change this to 5. Let's just draw a radial character. Well, you can't really, because then you have to draw, like, you have to give it so many eyes. No, it's terrifying. It just looks like an alien. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wow, it just hurts my head for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna do something. Okay. Who knew I'd be learning so much at 2:31 p.m. So I don't know what Chicago's like, but imagine if we are biblically accurate angel. It's true. They've got these eyeballs. Look, and then that. Oh, okay. That. Oh, I was meant to draw a nice friendly alien. Alien, angel, but it didn't really work. Well, let's move right along because that's concerning. But it's what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a color. I'm going to choose a color between that color and I'm colorblind. Doesn't matter. Let's choose orange because orange is the color that rhymes with purple. Excuse me, short drink break. And then what we're going to do is we're going to scribble on the page and we're going to see what it looks like whilst it's scribbling. And then we watch, okay? You count me down. No, you can't count me down because I'm in the future. Unless I stall for a really long time and then you can catch up and then count me down. And then it'll be really funny. So I've got to think of something to say over the next 24 years. Let's read out the ingredients of our wonderful small can of Fanta. I can't read Japanese. It's in Japanese. So we won't be doing that, and anyone's going to count me down anytime soon. Let's once upon a time. Let's think of a poem. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Simon. He was trying to stall because he wanted to draw a pieman. He didn't really want to draw a pieman, but he couldn't think of anything else that rhymed with Simon, and then kept ending all of his lines with "drink the Fanta." No, I'm not. So I've had this Fanta ever since we went to Japan. And it turns out I'm allergic to the Fanta, and I was drinking it and got horribly ill. So we won't be doing that right now. Maybe later. So, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow, it's still going. That's really fun. Bizarre. Dude, it's still going. It must just add all of the data to the buffer memory thing, and then I don't know what I'm talking about. It is really cool, except now it's still going. Now my computer's frozen. Hey, look, you can see the vein in my forehead. We used to have a teacher named Mr. Dodd who had to get a vein in his forehead just right like that there when he was angry. Not excited about orange swirls on a computer. It stopped. Now it's gone. Once upon a time, there was a starfish named Sally. No, that doesn't work. Look at that. It looks kind of like a person. With hiding behind... It sounds like an ice cream. They're so very strange. Anyway, that's a fun game. Oh, Simon, you're back again. Oh dear. Looking lovely today, dear. Blah, blah, blah. So, we tried circles, like so. We tried squares, or rectangular shapes. But have we tried dodecahedrons? I don't know what a dodecahedron is. I think it's like 100 things, 100 sides, but it's 3-dimensional. I did 3D animation for a while. It was fun. I'm not very good at it. Then there's a pear baby again. Let's just have a short pear baby break. So quiet. There is no word in the English language that rhymes with orange, except for borange. I'm pretty sure there is a word that rhymes with orange. 12 flat faces. That's when Snow White, her friends, and 5 other people fall over. I can't do math. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 dimensionals. Let's ask the computer. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Let me sing some elevator music while we wait. Gosh, the internet takes so long to load at all. Now, got to click all the buttons. Come on, internet. Oh my god. Is there a word in English that rhymes with orange? Question mark. There are a very few words in English that perfectly rhyme with orange. There are... Ooh! Some examples of words that are considered to be near rhymes of orange are sporange, a rare type of fern, doorhinge. It doesn't rhyme. So, borange isn't real. I don't know how true this is. This sounds a little bit untrue. Doorhinge and forange. Nah, that doesn't work. It depends what kind of accent you have. I'm pretty sure we could rhyme anything with anything if you have the appropriate accent. Anything rhymes if you have a strong enough accent. Wow! Holy Chrismoly, Abby. Calm down with the smiley faces. That's bonkers. If you pronounce orange as green, you'll get really confusing results when you sing the rainbow song. Sorry, I took my medication and it seems to be working. Well, Abby seems to have added some emojis. Do not rely on the internet. This is very wise, Morani. Oh, I know how to pronounce it. It's pronounced orange. Abby, what did you find the keyboard that allows you to draw the little things? So, Morani, I'm going to draw you. It's going to be fun. So I think Morani is an amazing human from the planet Zal who has, for a hat... Oh, if you're going to draw hats, this is really good technique. You first, by lightly drawing the shape of the head, you chop off the top and add a little flat part with just a little overhang on either side, and then you can kind of add any shape you want, and it'll turn into a hat. See? Look at that. And then maybe like this, or like this. Kind of weird hat. And then, okay, there we go. Morani. Pronounced orange. I can say Syphophila. Like Harry Potter and the Syphophilus stone. Harry Potter and the Syphophilus stone. There we go. And then we need some ears. Morani, where are you from? Mirani? Mirani. Mirani. Oh my god. And now, Mirani, you know what we're going to do? I can't believe your name is Mirani. That is so cool. Let me just quickly... Oh my god. Okay, so what we're going to do is... What we're doing now is we're drawing cartoons in real life. Real time. And what happens when you find out about drawing cartoons in real life, in real time, is that it takes a really long time sometimes to draw the things that you're trying to get out of your brain. And I've struggled with this problem for most of my life. I would say the majority of my life. And let's just quickly draw this thing. And it's really hard to talk and draw at the same time. And Bobby Chew said, who is a famous art educator, he said, you just got to practice. And by gosh, that is true. Here is Mirani. Mirani. Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of your name. It's not Harry Potter. Is that Harry? Kind of looks like Harry. Maybe he needs glasses. So, look, Mirani. Ching. Mirror. Look, I've already written that up here. There we go. A self-portrait just for you. Morani. Do you mind if I call you Morani? Oh, sorry. And a wand. Okay. That's his wand there. Perfect. And the scar. It's not as big as everyone thought it was. Shoop. There we go. Oh, actually, the other thing too is if I've been using this a lot in the animation that I do at work. If you want to get something pointy, and you've got this shape here, like this. So you've got a shape, let's just draw it a bit bigger. You've got a shape like this. And then you want this bit here to be pointy. If you're using a computer, you can just, I don't know, or an iPad, you can increase the length of that line. I've zoomed in too much now, stop working. And then rub out that bit, and it makes a nice little point. Look at that point, just there. Look, if we zoom all the way in, you can see it's quite sharp. That's a sharp point. Wow, that's really cool. I always get blown away by this program and being able to zoom in and out all this way. And if you add just a few more lines, you too can draw yourself a cockatoo. We saw cockatoos on the bell tower at the church in Yass, and they were just sitting up there going, squawk, squawk, really loud, and it was crazy. They're so cute. Oh my God, look at that. That kind of looks a bit weird for some reason, but it's a cockatoo. Anyway, Mirani, I'm glad we got there. Now, we were talking about something. It's yellow, not black. Oh, you want me to use colours? In real life, colours are hard. They're all different and stuff. There we go. Now it's a cockatoo. That's wonderful. What else have we got here? Oh, I see. We've zoomed all the way in. Ah, Mr. Chicken Pants looks a bit funny. All right. So, we have 20 minutes left. Of course, we can have a copy of this. In fact, I have to take a screenshot of this, though, because it's too big to save, if that makes sense. So let's screenshot it. Oh, no, Mr. Rest Break is in the way. Try again. There we go. And then we'll save that as... well, I'll just move it over here so you can't see all of my horrendous file management system. I use the word system very loosely. Loose leaf tea, I sure love it. 2023, the day of the word. No, the number of today is 2. You've done something terribly wrong. Great. Okay, CK class of the best people ever. EVAH is not how you spell ever. And then I'm going to write inside that folder, I'm going to write Mirani, because that's your name. And I've saved that for you, and I can send that to you. If you send me an email, I can send it to your email. So just remind me. I've got the hiccups. I think we should draw something on the fly. Here's the fly. Let's draw something on the fly. How about a nice fashionable top hat? Like so. Dun 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 dun. Fashionable top hat. And a little flower. Oh, it's so pretty. On the fly. Yeah, hell, I've made that joke like 19 times. It must be very late in California. You live in California, right? I should know this. Pretty sure. We'll give him a dinner jacket as well, if you insist. How do you draw a dinner jacket on a fly? Maybe just a shirt. Button up, maybe with a pocket. Kind of looks like a robot now. Oh no. No, your poor little cat. Apparently, the clicking it's at the beginning of some of my other videos got Lisa's cat as well. Sorry. William and Leonidas and Arrow one day, my boys. What? Mirani? Maybe you can do William and Leonidas and Aaron. Arian? There's so many letters, I can't pronounce any of them. Hi, Eva. How you doing? Okay, well, let me draw William first, okay? Here we go. We're going to draw William, and then this is what I think William looks like. Now, granted, I'm going off just names, so I'm thinking that William has a fantastic head of hair. Like, it sticks up all over the place, and he can't do anything with it because it's absolutely wild and fantastic. I also think he has a nice sort of squarish face with an ear, and he has extremely long sideburns because he's actually 700 years old. He has a big smile and loves to eat cheese on the weekends. Through the week, though, he abstains from cheese. Stay on track! Oh, Abby. I wish I could. Okay, so that's William. I can't remember what track we're on. But anyway, there's William. He's great. So then we're going to draw Leon. What was it? Leon. Oh, it's time for a rest break. Leonidas. Why do I say that like that? Leonidas. Anyway, it's time for a rest break. Everybody, put pens down. Let's relax. Take hold of your sponges. Shush now. Spongosaurus, and just take big deep breaths. Think of pancakes. And that's enough. That's a rest break. I'm happy with that. Leonidas is actually not a real person, but actually a small robot that we learned to draw earlier with squares. But now you can see that Leonidas. I don't know how to pronounce the name. And Leonidas is a tiny little cute robot who looks very, very adorable and loves to have very long legs. Just like super long. Good for supermarket shopping. You know, if you go supermarket shopping with your mum and you can't speak anymore because you've been doing this for 2 hours and 47 minutes. No, you haven't. It's like 20 minutes, Simon. It's got little buttons on the front. There we go. And there's Leonidas. And the other one, which has gone away from my... Now we have Elise and myself. Elise? Did I draw Elise? Oh my god. Elise Navidad. Veranda? Is your name Veranda? V. I've lost the other name of the child. Aaron. Aaron is 8. Well, Leonidas is definitely true. A-R-Y... Crud Nuggets. A-R-Y-O-N. This is actually a really good lesson, because if you're trying to think of something to draw, and you have this blank page of doom, and you think, oh, I don't know what to draw, you just choose a name. King Leonidas. Exactly. Leonidas? Is it Greek? I'm not sure. And then you just choose, like Aaron. I know Aaron. Arian? Is that good? I'm feeling, I don't know. Oh man, it's a terrifying moment. It happens even where in my brain. The blank brain of doom. When you try and think of a word and there's just nothing. There's just the shape of nothing. And you're trying to think of the word and then it's gone. So I reckon Aaron looks a little bit like this. Now Aaron, if we zoom in, I'm just going to call you Aaron because I had a friend at school named Aaron and he was really good at pretending to be Skippy. Well, it's not buzzing. It's less buzzing and more like, Nomus! Hi, Leisha. How you doing? It's nice to see you again. Welcome to the class of pure order. One thing that we've... poor Abby is a bit hot. You need to have a nap. Excuse me. You need to have a drink. One thing that you may notice about this class, Leisha, is that we've been staying on track and we've going through step by step by step the process of drawing. Oh, birthday party! Whose birthday is it? Tell me. We've been staying on track for sure. Let's not get distracted. Aaron looks a little bit like this. How old is Aaron? 8? He's 8. This is Aaron. So Aaron has beautiful eyes. You may notice that those eyes aren't attached to a human person. Those eyes are attached to a bear. Because little does everybody know, Aaron is actually a bear, not a human. I can't bear to tell you, but it's true. And I will just keep talking because talking and drawing is so hard. I woke you up. I'm sorry, Lisa. You're supposed to be sleeping. Oh my god. No, I don't think you want to be 8, Mackay. I think you want to be, like, alive. That's more important. So Aaron has a fantastic bow tie that he wears everywhere because it's a magical bow tie that gives him the power of human speech. Do bears have those little dots on their thingamajigs? I don't know. Look, Abby's asleep now. Abby's getting electrocuted. Somebody around you, I think, who has access to your particular keyboard has discovered the emoji system in the computer. So let's just draw little collar here. There we go. And there we have Aaron, Leonidas, and William. Let's choose another name. Let's just, at random, let's just choose another name, and we can use it as a kind of, whoopsie dear, as a kind of, whoopsie dear, no, as a kind of way to give us a prompt, some sort of inspiration, some jumping board, a diving board, for coming up with something to draw. There's probably a cat on Abby's keyboard. Hal just asked the best question ever. What if we came up with an emoji based on a name? That is a great idea. Ollie. O-L-L-I-E. If Ollie was an emoji, what would Ollie look like? I think Ollie would look like this. So it would be the circular face of the emoji. I can't draw a circle. And then I think it would have a hat like this. And one of those little, you know, caps. What are they called? Baseball caps, I think. And then it would have eyes like this. And it would look sneaky. Oh yeah. Wait, a little bit more sneaky. Oh yeah. And then I think it would be on a skateboard doing an ollie. Because I think an ollie is an actual thing on a skateboard, isn't it? Makai, you should know. You're all into skateboards. And then just a little bit of dust. There we go. There's Ollie, the emoji. I've lost my drag. There we go. Ollie the emoji. I like this idea. This is a great way of coming up with characters. Let's try another. So what if we cross the emoji with the name? Just random names. I think my thumb was in the way. Just random names. I think if you had an emotion like this, an emoji named Leisha. Or is it pronounced Licia? Licia. It's Italian. Nigella. That isn't she? Nigella a you know, a cook on the television? Not a cook, like a chef, a TV presenter that cooks food. Anyway, if you had an emoji that looked like that was Alicia, it would look like this. Actually, no, it wouldn't. It'd have nice pastel colors, like so. I think Hal, you and I are on the same page. And then it would look like this, and then it would have two adorable, cute eyeballs sticking out from the middle of it with a sneaky, sneaky grin. Where are his eyelashes? And that's Leisha, the emoji. I think Leisha left. You hate dogs. I know, you shouldn't eat dogs. They taste awful. What? A pastel mess with the sound effect. Boing. Oh my god. Leisha's never asked me to do anything that I haven't, said yes to consistently all the time, immediately doing we need to do that thing, Leisha. She's not even watching anymore. She's not here anymore. She's gone. She had to go and get ready for a party because she's doing very important party things. It's true. Oh my god, there's only 5 minutes left. What are we going to do? I have a keyboard. It doesn't look that excited, does it? Why was the keyboard so not excited? Because it's the keyboard. I've made that joke in the past. It wasn't funny then, and it's funny now. No, I have also Tiny Mario. It's a me, Mario. But we have 5 minutes left. Any requests? Draw Ethan. Okay, we're going to draw Ethan. I'm just going to quickly E-T-H-A-N. Just going to speed this round. It's going to be a speed round. A round of speed. My dog is Onyx what? Onyx the Lounge? So, this is Ethan. Ethan has fantastic eyebrows. He also has a nose of doom and a mouth, eyes of steel. And he's extremely angry all the time, Ethan. and he's got big teeth, and he's got a mouth, but he's also determined. He's a determined kind of guy, and he has big nostrils. No, you don't. Now, I'm basing this entirely on your name, so this by no means it reflects who you are. He's got a big double-chinned butt chin thing and big manly jaw. Yeah, Ethan. And ears. And also, incongruously, fantastically lovely, straw-coloured hair that just falls down in a beautiful cascade of loveliness with a slight curl at the end. And there we go. That is Ethan. Ethan, you look lovely. Now, I'm drawing faster. Shush, Mirani. And music, I apologize. The mental whiplash is quite easy to get used to. Luigi, I'm not drawing Luigi, but it takes some practice. I've been inside my head for 38 years now, and I'm not used to it. We're going to draw Onyx, the dog, because he's Onyx the lounge. And Onyx, for some reason, Onyx just reminds me of a cow. Is that normal? Is your dog a cow? Have you checked? Because if your dog's a cow, you know, like, that might explain the mooing. There's the cow. There's Onyx the cow. Is Onyx short? Or is it ox? Am I just thinking of ox? I don't know, but we've only got 2 minutes left to draw Onyx. There's a cow. He just needs a... He's got a very thin neck for a cow. I think you should probably take your cow to the vet. That's my advice. Moof. I have a friend named Mufti. That's his name. Moof. Anyway, it looks like it's not really his name. His name is Chris. But don't tell anyone I said that, because he's famous. He's not really famous. That looks like a girl mixed with a boy. I think it looks more like a cow. You know? Like, it's got horns and ears. And a bell around its neck. Ender, we recommend seat belts and turned on the airbags. Bear bags? The bear bags. Is that... Oh my god, it's a bear bag when you're driving a car and you accidentally crash and then you slam into something and then the bear bags go off on the outside of the car and then bears jump out and then they pull your car back onto the road and you can drive home? Oxen. Oh, oxen. Because Onyx, oxen. Like an ox. Oxen. Is oxen... Yeah, oxen is the plural of ox. Just like the plural of owl is owlwyn. No. Anyway, I apologize for the whiplash. We have 1 minute left. 60 seconds of glory. Let's do a quick recap. Today we did some drawings on the fly, including a hat. We drew a half-man chicken with circles only. We used some squares and rectangles to draw a robot. We got lost in the great realm of drawing. We drew a triangle with arms for legs, legs for arms, and we drew Mirani and a cockatoo by accident. And we also drew Gerald the dinosaur, Gerald the Galapagos tortoise, but we also did some cool symmetrical drawing stuff, which was super fun, that you can't do on paper very easily, but you can. And we also drew a symmetrical person with some half-lots. And what was the first thing we drew? A shelf portrait. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I apologize for the whiplash. I hope you enjoyed this chaotic randomness that is these lessons. I'm going to go and have a lie down on the grass outside, face down, slowly weeping for the end of humanity as the AI overlords come to take over the world from the inside of the internet. Sorry to keep you up so late. Maybe I'm going to change the time a little bit earlier. Slowly over time. But thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Have a fantastic evening and day, whatever is happening. Goodbye. Merry Christmas. I'm going to stop streaming in 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you, Mirani. 1.